It's actually booked by Gavin Hansen from The Paw, the drummer from The Paw.
No.
And Chippy...
No.
Yeah, remember when we were in Sydney at Zen Studios and The Paw came in and Chippy was a guy that was drinking VB at 8 in the morning. I remember, maybe it was you and I loading in, and I remember looking at The Paw going, you rock and rollers, look at you, drinking at 8 a.m. And anyway, fast forward, Chippy is the sound guy at the Cooley Hotel.
Wow.
And they've got great VA. Like, it's too loud. Anyway, just this week, we've got a typical 5-piece band, 1 guitar, bass, drums, 2 singers.
Yep.
And Gav rang me only this week. We've got a string of gigs there. We've done a few. Hey, mate, I'm going to have to ask you, can you guys bring in an electric kit? And we went, right. And he said, we just, not from us, but they've had noise complaints. And they're going to, either we don't, or they may even bring it back to a duo or a... And I went, oh, the death. So, I keep saying to Al, our drummer, who's, as he puts it, meat and potatoes, 80s man, you know?
Yep.
Great drummer. And,
he needs to get one of those Simmons kits. Huh? The 80, if he's an 80s guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they look like hexagons.
That's good. He does. What am I doing? We're at Bunnings at Underwood. No. Okay, do they invent yet? Sorry, mate. Sorry, on the phone too. Do they invent yet? I think I saw the other day where it was someone had made a drum kit that looked exactly like a drum kit. However, it had electric pads.
Yes.
So you could still smash it, but the feeling, right, it doesn't rebound off the skin as what you want.
Yeah, right? they've been trying for years. So some companies make certain mesh heads. The Roland ones aren't too bad. There is one of the companies, I can't think of who it is right now, but yeah, they've put these mesh type heads on actual shells. So it looks like you're playing a drum kit, but without the sound.
Wow. Have you played that? You played many electric kits. Do you have to in your industry?
I for a while, maybe 8 or 9 years ago, I was doing a covers band, and at the time, I for the same reason, because we were getting booked in places that had noise restrictions, I was playing electric drums pretty much exclusively. Hadn't set up my drum kit for a long time, but it's probably now been, I don't know, maybe 5 years since I've done a gig on an electric kit.
It's just a deflating feeling, isn't it?
It's different. It's definitely different. I use the electric ones at home for recording sometimes.
Wow.
You can plug it in and just send the information to the computer and then trigger real drum kit sounds. That works. But as a live thing,
you don't get the gleam of the kit and the
or there's just no. They don't really give anything back, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
When you get behind a nice drum kit made of wood and skins.
I don't even know where I'm going.
I don't know where you're going either. Oh. It'll give back to you when you're playing, and that's really satisfying. Yeah,
it's a real instrument. Like I said to Al, when I had to break the news to him, I said, "Oh, mate, we need to get an electric." And someone said, "Oh, they sell them at Aldi." I went, that'll just be the 30 years of professional drumming, all reduced to buying a kit from Aldi. And that's exactly how it feels, though. Like, just like, what is this all about? You know? But it's so, I mean, Cooley Hotel, the real reason I told Gav is because, oh no, exit. They're professionals. Like, so, the sound guy there, you know, it's just like a real pro gig.
Yeah.
In cover band land, so the stage is so loud. You know, when was the last time you had a drum fill? Lamplights might be different. Like no, we never see them anymore. You know.
No, it happens sometimes. Some of the theatre gigs I've been
side
doing,
fills,
we get some pretty good fallback. But when you're doing a rock gig or a covers gig at a pub or whatever.
Yeah, it's rare, so the drummer barely hears.
Yeah.
People don't understand how the drummer's really playing by feel. What do you think? This way?
It's actually, you've got no idea where you're going.
No.
It's funny, after having played so many years without any fallback at all, even when I do a show and even if it's bad fallback, it's amazing to me just to have some sound, because as you know, we played for however many years and there was never any fallback.
No, and you're hearing the back of the amp
more often
speakers, so it's just this. You get used to this. This dulled sound.
Yeah. So any monitoring is pretty good.
Yeah. Do anyone wear ear monitors?
I have done that. We did that for the gig I did with Ross, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I've done gigs with in-ear monitors and gigs with fallback and gigs with no fallback. However it comes, I just like playing. So if it's on a big stage and you get to hear stuff, that's great.
Yeah.
If it's in a little pub and you just hear in the back of the speakers, and that's pretty cool too.
Well, man, it's come to the end. We're now at the Currabee Hotel. This is the first place that I ever went. It is very cool that we're actually celebrating Denise's wake here, because Chris, when I was 14, he dressed me up in his uncle Lee's clothes, and like I'm talking like some uncle's shoes, some uncle's classic sort of clothes. And this Currabee Hotel back in the day was known to be like an islander pub, really rough. And I was just so frightened. I was only 14, and I'm short. Like, imagine how young I looked. And they looked at me when I got to the door. Chris was older and taller. They just looked at me, laughed in my face, and just let me in. and let me drink. Oh, they said, where the hell is this pub, Mick? Okay, they let me drink, like, all of it. Like, I was drinking green spirits, and so here we are. We're back at this pub right now. And hey, mate, want to thank you.
No worries.
You've asked me in the car when we first got in, what have you been up to? So I've been doing a lot of this.
Very good.
This is your first podcast.
It is.
Excellent.
It is.
Excellent, mate. Well, it's big news.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been cool to catch up. Thank you very much.
Good on you, mate. And that's it. Today's podcast was brought to you by Koala Kawama. Today's podcast was brought to you by Koala Kama, the chill out drink. They support us by giving us drinks for the podcast shows, and I think that's really cool. I think it's the start of some sponsors for this show. And I really want you to support them by asking for this in the shopping centres or the places you get drinks. They chill you out. I can't describe how they calm you, but it really works and it tastes good. Koala Kama, thank you. Gold Coast First True Croc. Okay, over and out. A weird podcast. I'm sorry about that. I'm driving. Ow!
Lost in a storm. Lead on. Oh, your words are like a fire. if I could save me, I would have done so long ago. Will I become what I know I should try to be, or just another